No, Lucy and Albina.
Please share your screen, please.
Let's see if it works. Yeah, it works. Okay.
Thank you.
So we're doing a little training on the schedule and calendar. So the first thing I'm going to do is get the schedule and calendar from the project's virtual drawer.
Can you share your screen?
Sorry, it just stopped. Okay, let me reshare it here. There we go. So I go to the calendars and scheduling project. And I'm just going to go ahead and pop that on our buddy team at the bottom. So the first thing to know is that calendar and schedules is an umbrella project, and that calendars and scheduling are two separate sub-projects, right? So there would technically be, a calendars doc and a scheduling doc, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And these are what's called a sub sub project. But right now we're not going to worry about that. So the first one we're interested in is the Selene moon calendars, right? And
Yes.
then there's also the planetary sessions. So those are the two primary natural time cycle calendars we're doing. And obviously we have Gregorian calendars. So there's a whole bunch of stuff with Gregorian calendars that we use, but then we also use the planetary and the lunar, and we call it actually the lunar Selene calendars. So this would be Selene lunar scheduling, like that. And these are the planetary sessions. And so there should be another doc. This should also be a doc, right? So this should be a doc as well, but it's not. So I think that I think we had a Mercury doc at some point. Calendar and scheduling doc. So this should be this doc. Well, this is odd. Yeah, this is the same doc. It's the same freaking doc. There's nothing different about it. Okay, also the list of East Quintant Pacific countries, this has nothing to do with scheduling, and should be removed. I'm assuming that it's one of the old lists. Yeah, this is one of the old lists. That is bad. So we are gonna get rid of it because it's not necessary. So anyways, cleaning up these docs is extremely important. Right now, they're all very big messes. Just a problem. Okay, here's the calendar and schedule verification spreadsheet. It shouldn't be there at all. It should be like up here, it's like the important thing for the doc to have, right? These are up docs. These are not about schedule and calendaring. So this is a responsibility, so we can add the responsibility there. This is part of responsibility organizing and getting everything organized, right? It's always important. Okay, so the first thing here is this is July 23rd, right?
Yep.
It is currently August 2nd. So what does that mean about this?
Now, the new moon was happening July 23rd.
Yeah, but what does that mean about the fact that it was July 23rd and today is August 2nd?
It means we need to verify it for this August.
Yeah, it means that it's not verified, right? So that's a problem.
Yeah.
This is a major problem, right? So make it orange, right? So here's August 21st, right? So this one, we can copy and paste it over here to be the next one, right? The goal is to have two, right? So there should be two for each one. So we verified two dates in front of us. So that's one date. This is the second date, right? So this all needs to be verified. Now, this is all now old. And then Wednesday, September 20th, right? What is basically would be like the next one. So we can copy and paste that over. But I don't really think we should be doing additional like to keep going like this is just too much. It's just like, you know, when do you stop, right? It's just like, no, just stop that. We don't need that. It's too much. July 16th, August 2nd. So how about this one?
This one is also gone. July 16 one.
Yeah.
We need to maybe go to August still.
Yeah. Also, what percentage moon time is the new moon? It's kind of a trick question. What percentage moon time is the new moon? If the full moon's 100% and the quarter moon's 50%, what percentage is the new moon?
I don't know how can we determine the percentage.
It's 0%.
How do you give the percentage?
It is 0% because we are not done for August.
No, it's 0% because it's the new moon. The new moon is by definition 0% moon time.
Okay.
Okay.
The full moon is 100% full moon. The new moon is 0%. That make sense? Quarter moon is 50% of the moon is lit up. So it's 50% moon. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So do you guys want to do this one? So this one, it's like Sunday, July 30th, right? That also passed. Then you have August 14th. So this, you would take the August 14th and the August 29th, and you would copy and paste them to the new ones. And then I would just go ahead and get rid of this. I mean, I think it's just too much. I don't think that you should have that many. Oh no, it didn't work. That's really odd.
It will not work.
Oh, let's fix it though. Wait, what happened? What did I do? Nope. There we go. Oh, it worked. Okay. And then again, I would just go ahead and delete all this stuff and just not worry about it. I mean, it's just like, it's too much. You know, just verify the current and then the next. It's all that needs to be verified. Anything more than that, it's just a waste of time. We gotta like move it on, like next, you know?
Yes.
So all we want is we want the current. What's the percentage moon time for the quarter moon?
50%.
50%.
Exactly. Okay, so you guys should be on this doc helping with this stuff.
Yes.
But, oops. So
Yes.
all of this has pretty much been double verified, so there's not a lot I can show you here, except at least it's organized now, right? And this is odd that it's kind of strange. Why is it so big?
I think also need to be scheduled on calendar. Not a calendar, yeah. Need to be updated on calendar.
Well, I don't know why this is all big. Oh, maybe it's this one right here. There we go. Now it's small. Okay. Cool. All right. So I'll just show you guys. Okay. How about these ones here? These are ones that you can do. You guys should be on this doc helping with this. So this is the calendar and schedule verification sheet. This is what we're doing the training on, right? So add this right here to our buddy team doc, so you guys can get on it. Also, you guys should be doing. This is this is a responsibility, so we should be doing responsibility organizing on this, right? And this should be technically be a link, right? So this is, I think we would just go like that. We would remove it and then add in the heading.
Okay. Calendar can be a responsibility. Okay.
Well, no, calendar scheduling and verification spreadsheet is a responsibility.
Good.
It's to verify that everything is organized correctly. So, are you guys on this spreadsheet or what?
Yeah. We not. We want to work on that now.
I know. Well, I'm training you guys on how to do it.
I think you train us how to do it. We just have to continue from micro session, then the rest.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't really showed you anything yet. All I showed you how to do is organize the document, so because it was a mess.
Okay.
So, why are you guys still not on the document? Are you guys helping or not? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, helping.
So,
It helps.
are you guys on the document or not?
Still opening on that. I was still following what you're doing, so now I'm opening on that.
Yeah, whenever,
Yes.
like, I don't do training separate from doing it together. Like, it's like we do it together to learn how to do it. I don't train you where you do nothing. It's like you learn by doing it. So it's like anytime I'm ever training you, it's like I'm giving you the links, you're coming with me on the links, and you're helping do it together. Always. It's not a spectator thing with me.
Yes.
So it's just like get on the doc, start helping out. So right now, column M is where we're at. It's like fill out column N. Show me that you know how to do that, or ask questions about what you need to do.
Yes. What about here in micro session? So we go back to micro session. We check.
Let's finish the quarter moons, and then we'll do Mercury session.
Okay. Quarter moon, you have 50% already.
So column M, can you guys fix that for the new moon, the full moon, and the quarter moon?
Quarter moon, verify times. Yes. Listed. Moon.
Column M, as in Mary, percentage moon time for new moon, full moon, quarter moon.
Or percentage for this one need to be put here.
Yes.
For new moon is 0%.
Okay.
Yeah, 0%. August 29.
Okay.
Yeah. Full moon,
Then-
that is 100%. Then for quarter moon, that is 50%.
Okay. And then what do you do after it is done? It's all verified. What do you do?
When it is verified,
Yeah, you guys just put in the moon times and you verified them. You got it correct. So what do you do now?
you put green color.
Exactly.
What about for full moon or not? Yeah. This one need to be also in a green color.
Yeah. Let me just finish putting there. Like that.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So now let me just go through the basic process. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So the first thing that you do is you have the start time and date, right? So that's step one.
Yes.
Is the start time and date. The second thing is do is the moon time percentage, and I'll show you how to get the moon time percentage for any and all times and dates. The third thing you do is you verify the time and date. The most important thing to understand about the time verification is that the first time you verify the time has to be a different person from the second time it's verified, right? This would be one time buddy team, the two of you, like if the two of you are working on buddy team and scheduling, you would verify the date and time, make sure that it's correct, right? But because you guys did it for the first time, you might have made an error, which is why you have another buddy team do it at a different time with different people to verify the second time.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So we double verify
Yes.
all of our times and dates to make sure that they're correct,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then we make sure it's listed in the calendar. Then we make sure it's listed in the moon time doc, which we're going to start using more and more because it's our global time schedule. And then we say, is it live in the Google Calendar? Wait, is it listed in the calendar docs? So this would be the calendar docs, right? That we just came from. So this would be like, this is the calendar doc. Like, okay, do we have it listed here? You know, May 15th. I mean, who cares about May 15th? It's like, we just don't need that. It's old. All this is old. May,
all of them are old.
Yeah, we don't need that anymore.
Yes.
They're old. So anyways, the point is that, you know, is it listed in the calendar docs? Is it listed in the moon percentage time doc? And I'll show you that really quick. So our moon calendar pad is the pad. We're switching it to a doc, moon clock doc. Unity schedule moon calendar doc. I think this might be it. Yeah, this is it. So this is our moon clock doc. It's obviously a big mess. New moon session, full moon doc. This is ridiculous. No. All right. So 2017, Venus Brilliant, June. So right now we are in August. So there's an eclipse on August 7th, right? We probably don't have that in here, right? So this would be, we're going to X all this, and this is going to go into what we call old past calendar dates, right? So we need to, these are all going to become docs. That's the old pad. So we need old calendar past dates doc, right? Because we're switching from the pads to the docs. The pads, a lot of pads like aren't even working anymore. They go really slow sometimes too. This one, yeah, it's not working. See, we can't edit it anymore. So we would make a doc. This is a task. And then that would be able to be created. So if you guys could add that to the task list, that'd be great. So so this is the moon calendar times. We're getting better at them, and you can see how it's almost running out. I mean, we did this years ago, and we're almost running out for 2017. So in the next couple months, we're gonna have to do 2018, 2019, 2020. We're gonna be doing all our planetary sessions and verifying them. Okay, so that's what the moon percentage time is. So obviously it's not in here. Full moon, right? The full moon's obviously not in here. It's just not in here. So those are all no's, okay?
Yes.
Is it live on Google Calendar? Well, it could be. Did we verify the Google Calendar listing? Right?
I don't think.
Well, maybe they did. Then this overall last verification, right? This is always done by a third group.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So the verification process for the calendar takes 3 verifications. The first one is just the time. Then you do a second time verification. Then you make sure it's in the calendar docs, that it's in the moon time doc, that it's live on the Google Calendar, and that you verified the Google Calendar link. Because having it live on the Google Calendar doesn't mean it's the right time. And you could have the correct time here and have the time verified, but it could be wrong on the Google Calendar, right? So you double verify it's on the Google Calendar. Then you have someone else come in and verify that everything is correct before signing off on it. There should be times where you just never get the third verification. It's perfectly fine. But the point is that a lot of times people they just for whatever reason do the overall verification at the same time. You know, they'll do first, second, and third verification at the same freaking time. And it's like, no, the whole point of double verification and triple verification is that somebody else does it. Okay?
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so so we're not going to worry about the last overall verification. It's not for us to do. So let's go over here and do this one for the new moon, okay? So the new moon, Wednesday, September 20th, right, 11:29. So we basically assume this is correct. So someone verified it. It's green. Sounds good to me, right? Obviously, it's 0%. They said they verified the time, but that nobody verified it second time. So we're going to do the second verification, okay?
Yes.
So how do you do verification? Do you guys know how to do it, or do you want me to explain?
We just go back and we check if it is on already. if it is verified already?
No, no. It's a totally separate verification process. It has nothing to do with the first verification. So if someone verified it already does not mean that it's verified for the second time. Okay,
Yeah.
so the bottom line of how to verify the new moon session, the new moon is not a secret, right? The time of the new moon and 0% moon time is not some crazy secret that's only an internal thing. It's a global known scientific phenomenon that has been studied for thousands and thousands of years. You guys follow me here?
Yes.
So where do you go to verify the moon time? You either verify it in some sort of almanac or you search on the internet.
You search on internet.
Yeah, so you're going to get a separate third-party website that's going to verify the time separate from our verification, right? So the first place that you would potentially look for that would be on the Selene Lunar Moon Scheduling Doc. So this is here are like 4 or 5 moon calendars that you could use. These are all linked here. You also have a bunch of moon details down here that aren't applicable, but they're good to know. But you don't even have to do that. You can literally just go to Google or whatever search engine and search like, new moon for, or you could even better, you could say time for new moon in September 2017. Full moon, new moon, September. So here we go. UTC time is great. This is going to be the new moon, September 20th, 5:30 UTC. So then you come in here, and it says new moon, September 20th, 11:29 a.m. UTC -6. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get rid of all this verification. We never, ever, ever do times in UTC -6, ever. Only UTC. Okay?
Okay.
So first thing is that's wrong. It shouldn't have been verified. It's UTC -6. We only do UTC. So let's make sure we note that on our here. So 1. Only use UTC global time and percentage moon time for schedule and calendar. Okay.
Yes.
Very important. Okay, so all of these need to be redone, all of them. So we're on this one right now. If I'd say September 20th, 11:29 UTC -6. So if we take 11 and UTC -6, so we'd add 6 hours to it. So 11 plus 1 is 12, right? 12 plus 5 is going to be 5. 5:29 a.m., right? And so this says 5:30 a.m. UTC. Okay, so it doesn't really matter whether it's 29 or 30, and I'll show you why. So this is going to change to 5 o'clock, 5:29
PM.
5:30 a.m.
Okay.
And this is UTC, and usually I put the number so that it's clear. UTC -0. Okay.
Okay.
And then now this can be green and verified because it's UTC. You see where it says right here, UTC? They skipped that step. Exact start time and date in UTC, right? UTC -0. Make it even clearer. Always use UTC -0. Then you have the moon percentage time, right? We already did that. It's verified. Great. Okay. So now we can say we did a second verification. Yes. But technically, it's really only a first verification because the first one was wrong. So if we really do it correctly, we would say, the first one was wrong. But actually, you know what? It's fine. That's the whole point of the second verification, is that it's possible the first one might be wrong, which is why you do the second verification. So they did the first verification, they did it wrong. We did the second one, we corrected it. Okay? So now I have 2 verifications. All right. So is it listed on the Google Doc, on the calendar doc? So then we come over here to the calendar doc. We come down to the new moon, Wednesday, September 20th, 11:29 a.m. UTC +6. So this is going to change it to 5.
Yeah, I need to be changed to the yes.
Or 5:29, 5:29, 5:30. So if you have a discrepancy of the time, we actually will take multiple different separate times and average them together. You'll see that more with the planetary cycles, where we'll actually get multiple different times, and you have to start averaging them and figure out what the best one to use is. Okay, so now that is verified, listed in Google Calendar Docs, good, right? Is it listed in the Moon Doc? No, we know that it's not. So I don't feel like listing it there right now, but we could. It's pretty easy to do that. And I showed you how to do that. Do you want me to show you how to do that, or do you guys know how to do that? It's pretty simple.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can show.
You do?
Yeah, sure.
You can show us.
Okay, so basically we just listed it here, right? It's right here, new moon. So then you come into the moon doc, moon clock doc, and you would put it in the right place. So this is September 22nd is the autumn equinox. And this is the 20th, new moon, September 20th. Okay.
Okay, best thing is there. Okay.
Yeah, you can put it over here if you want, but whatever. We could just say.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, so that's the new moon. And now it's there. So now you could actually say this is a yes. Then make it green. Is it live in the Google Calendar? So where would you look to see if it's live in the Google Calendar?
You need to go to global calendar.
And where do you go for that?
Check. Get on our daily calendar. We have a Google calendar.
What is a daily calendar? What are you talking about?
We just go to utc.net.
To what? .net?
You get the calendar.
Where?
On the Google.
utc.net.
On what .net?
utc.network.wc.tc calendar.
Okay, so I think what you're saying is basically we would go to the Uni Network calendars right here, the calendars website. Right?
Yes.
This is where you would do the calendars website. We can also link the moon dot clock up here, so that's clear where that is. This is the moon dot clock. Moon clock doc. All right, so the calendar website, we go to the calendar website. We're going to do everything in UTC because we want to verify it. And this is where the moon dot clock will be linked once we get it functional. Right here, the moon percentage time pad is what's currently linked, but we're going to change that. We're going to link it to the moon dot clock. We just haven't done it yet. So then we're going to go to the UTC. And we're going to go to September 20th. And here's the new moon right here. And it says it's 5 to 6 a.m. on Wednesday, 9/20. Okay?
Yeah.
So the key thing here.
I think it needs to be 5:30.
What?
5:30.
Huh?
Because we verify to support to happen at 5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
But we do the session time is always going to be different, right?
Okay.
So basically the way that
so it lies between 5.
No, the session time is always at the top of the hour.
Okay.
Okay, so the session time is at the top of the hour because it's just we don't want to worry about it. But like this one's at 1:02 a.m., so that would be at 1 a.m. UTC minus 6, right?
Okay.
If it's at 5:30 or 5:29, what time would we do it?
5.
At 5, yeah. So let's say it was at 5:59 a.m. What time would we do it then?
6.
No, we still do it at 5.
No.
And the reason we still do it at 5 is if we did it at 6, then we would miss it.
Okay.
So if we start at 5 o'clock, we always have the time that leads up to it, and then we synchronize during the session. Okay. So all you have to do when you're doing the calendar and scheduling verification, take off the minutes and round down to the top of the hour. Okay, and this ensures that the alignment, right, and synchronization occurs during the session. Otherwise, you'd miss it. All right, so that's pretty much how we do the synchronizing. I didn't have it in here, but I think it actually would be helpful to have it in here. So this would be, 5 to 6 a.m. Right?
Yeah.
So session time is 5 to 6 a.m. on September 20th, UTC. We just say 5 a.m. Session start time.
UTC minus 0.
So that can help make sure that it's a little clearer, right? So is it live on the calendar? Yes. It should start at 5 a.m. Verify on the calendar that it starts at 5 a.m. So there it's 5 a.m. That's correct for UTC, and it's Wednesday 9/20, right? Additionally, we are going to want, we also use the date of the day, Wednesday. See how it says Wednesday, September 20th at 5:30 a.m. So that's correct. Time, day, date. The day of week. Okay. So Wednesday, September 20th. All that looks good. 5 a.m. Verify Google Calendar, yes. Overall verification, no.
Okay.
Because if it can't be, if you, overall verification means that you went through it one last time and it was correct. That's what overall verification should be. Otherwise, if it's not correct, then it should be like, do it again. The second time didn't work out, you got to do it again. But by the second time of verifying it, it should be correct. So the overall verification should just be a quick check off that it's correct. You should never get to the overall verification being incorrect. That would be a problem. So when we go through it, and we just fixed a bunch of errors, it's impossible to have been the overall last verification, because otherwise, if you come in and there are errors and you're doing an overall verification, then this would go to no again. The second verification was incorrect and didn't work. Okay, that makes sense?
Yes.
Cool. All right, so that's pretty much the basics on that. So you need to do that on all of these. All of these need to be re-verified. We know that they're all wrong, so therefore there's no possible way to have overall last verification because they weren't done correctly.
So we need to work on these other two remain, Monday, August, and August 14.
Yeah, all of
So
these need to be done in UTC. Yeah, these all need to be done for UTC, and they all need to be verified. And then we're also decided that we're gonna, add in this this time so that the session start time, so that it's a little simpler, so people understand that it's at the top of the hour and everything. Except that one's there, so this is all red as well. Okay, that makes sense?
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's quickly do a Mercury session, and I think it would be fun to do the eclipse session as well.
Yes.
Okay, are you guys ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one would be the Mercury session. The first thing you'll notice is I don't see it here, right? I just don't see it. So we have there's two eclipses, one on August 7th, one on August 21st. So I would go ahead and do these two first because I just don't see the Mercury session, and the Mercury session is a little more complicated. So the fact that these are here, let's just do it. So this is a lunar eclipse. Does it have place for the type? Mercury session
7.
eclipse.
Okay.
It doesn't have details of the type of eclipse. Interesting. I think it actually would make sense.
No detail for that.
To actually have another column here that's like details. This is not really important for the moon sessions, but for all of the planetary sessions, there are always details that are important to note for the session. So these are all basically the same. These are all lunar sessions. So the detail would be that it's a new moon session, it's a full moon session, it's a quarter moon, right?
Yes.
But since we separated them out as separate sessions, then they're really separate. So it's the ellipse, this one right here. The detail on this one is that this is a partial lunar eclipse. And you would actually put that into the Google Calendar so that people know what it is. Partial lunar eclipse. Okay?
Okay.
So then the next thing that we know is the time. This is already done for us, and it's all
7 August.
UTC. So I popped that in there, so that's the time. Did we verify the time?
You need to verify.
We need to verify it, yes. But we do know it's a partial lunar eclipse, so we can make that green. All this is not applicable. We can make it green. Okay, so percentage moon time. Ooh, this is a fun one. So the way to do the percentage moon time is you come down here and you go to moon to Gregorian conversion. And last time I checked, this worked, but it could always change. So we do time zone UTC. That's the current, for August 3rd right now, it's 80% is our current moon. That make sense?
80%.
Yes.
80% right now, Wednesday or Thursday, August 4th, right? Because it's UTC time. It's 8 in the morning UTC time. So 8 in the morning. So it's 80% full right now. Right? But we're not concerned about right now. We are concerned about, oh boy, where'd I go? Here we go. We're concerned about August 7th at 1822 UTC.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
So we're going to go to August 7th at August 7th at 1822. And then we don't worry about the seconds. Oops. And then we find phase. It says it'll be full. All right, so let's look at the full moon. Full moon is August 7th at 12:10 p.m. and this is 1822. So p.m. you just see that we're gonna add 6. So 12 plus 6 is 18. It's literally off by 10 minutes. You guys got that?
Yes. Yes.
So so basically, if this one was correct, we would have a better idea. So this is gonna be 876 10 p.m. UTC minus 0, I think. That's correct. 6:10 p.m. And this is going to be 6:22. Yeah. Oh, look, I have right there 6:22 p.m. Okay?
Okay.
Minus 0. Yeah.
So which one happens first?
The
Monday.
full moon.
The full moon, yeah. So okay, so this is actually, it does have a detail here, okay? So the full moon's the full moon, the new moon's the new moon. The quarter moons, there are differences in quarter moons. This is happening August 14th, which is after the full moon, right? So this is what would be called the third quarter. So it's the third quarter moon, and I would verify that just to make sure. Okay?
Okay.
So this should be the third quarter moon. This next one would be the first quarter. So this would be new moon, right? Not applicable. This would be full moon, not applicable. But this one would be the first quarter. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's because it happens after the new moon. Right? So August 29th happens after August 21st. So August 21st is the new moon. The new moon is the beginning of the month. The first quarter moon is the next one, okay? And so we can verify this because I'm pretty much sure that's correct. And we can also verify this. I think it's pretty much correct. Okay, but obviously someone's going to want to double check it. All right, so, and this is UTC minus 6. That's UTC minus 0. Okay, so the key is that it's afterwards. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say this is, so for third quarter moon, right, this is going to be going from the full moon towards the new moon. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it's going to be negative 50%. And this one is the first quarter moon, so it's going from the new moon on August 21st to towards the full moon. So this one is going to be positive 50%. And it doesn't let us put the positive in there, but whatever. As long as it's not negative, we'll know it. We could do something like, you know, add the negative formats. It's custom number formats. Oh, here we go. Financial. You could do financial negative. I don't know if you can do percentage negative like that, but whatever. So actually, you could potentially even do a custom format there. See how it's negative and you put the parentheses on it? That kind of emphasizes the negativity of it. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's important that it's very one of the problems with moon time percentage time, there are a bunch of problems, so that we're never going to get rid of the Gregorian calendar. We'll always have the Gregorian calendar for certain things. Hey, one sec. Whatever. Okay. So basically what it means is that you have to track both the negative and the positive, because every month it goes from 0% to 100 and then back down to 0. And so there's all the negative times and there's all the positive times. So if you look at our moon calendar doc, oh, it doesn't have the moon times yet. So this should have all the moon times, but it just hasn't been done yet. So, and I showed you how to do this. This is another responsibility, right? Is basically moon time calendar updating. So this would be moon clock time updating, right? And this is very simple. You just change the moon, put the moon time in front of every Gregorian date. Right, so it's pretty simple, and you use this, this one I was showing you right now, this one right here, the moon to Gregorian date converter. It's a pretty cool little gadget. Pretty cool little gadget. And so this would be a different responsibility, and this is right now we're doing the conversion verification. All right, so we're all on the same page as far as this being negative and this being positive, right?
Yeah.
This one being positive. Okay, so this happens 12 minutes after this, right? So it's going from 100%. Everything before this time is going to be positive because it's going from the new moon to the full moon. And then this, so 10 minutes before, so let's think about it. Let's say if this was at 6 o'clock, right? At 6 p.m., this would be 99.99%. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So what would this time be?
At 90. Okay.
What would this time be here for the eclipse session, for the partial lunar eclipse? What would the time be?
Time will be
Time or percentage?
The percentage moon time. What would the percentage moon time be for 10 minutes after the full moon? So the full moon is 100%. What would the percentage time be for 10 minutes after the full moon?
it will be 80, negative 8.
No.
No, positive 80%.
No.
Oh,
So the
nice.
moon clock calendar says it's basically going to be full. So it's basically going to be like 100%. But it can't be 100% because 100% only happens at the time of the full moon. Right? So at 6:10 p.m. is the only time you have 100%. So whether it's 6:09 or 6:11, it's going to be 99%. But what is this one going to be? So this is 99% right before the full moon. What is the percentage right after the full moon?
110%.
No, it can't be above 100%.
No, I think plus. It will be 90%.
No. So it's going to be 99.99%, right? But it's going to be negative. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it would be 99.99% negative. So this
Because
10 minutes before the full moon, 10 minutes before the full moon, it's going to be 99.9% positive.
Positive.
And then 10 minutes after the full moon, it's going to be 99.9% negative.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Well understood.
Good job. All right. So the first time verification. So how do we verify the eclipse session? You know, technically there should be an eclipse doc and would have links to all the eclipse places, but you know, basically we would just look it up. So let's go for time of lunar eclipse in August 2017.
August 21.
August 7th, maximum eclipse. So it's going to be the maximum. And it says it's, oh boy, this is going to be Palo Alto. So this is going to be UTC -8. So this is UTC -8 or UTC -7 actually. So 18, 16, 5, 20, right? So to get to UTC, we want to add 7. So 5 plus 7 is 12. All right, let's see what it says here. 6:22 p.m. August 7th. How does that work? Time in Palo Alto. Oh, UTC time. Hey, that's perfect. So 8/7/6/20.
Yeah, do it in UTC.
So this is UTC and Palo Alto. It's got both. That's great. So 8/7/6/20 p.m. August 7th. So we come in here. It says 6:22, 6:20, 6:22. That's good enough for me, right? We can verify it.
Yeah.
We can even put it in here, like 6:20/6:22, right? But it's within a few minutes. That's good enough for us. We like it. So we say yes. The time has been verified. But we're not going to do the second time verification because we're just not going to do it. We're going to let someone else do that.
Someone can do that.
Someone else should do that, right?
Yeah.
Listed in the
Yes.
calendar docs, okay. So now we want to make sure this is listed in the calendar docs. We go to the calendar doc here and we come down here, planetary sessions, lunar sessions. What do you think? Is it a planetary session or is it a lunar session?
Lunar session.
It's a lunar session, exactly. And so it's going to come right into here, August 7th, full moon. And this is not in UTC, but we know it happens right beforehand. So we can add it in there. Get rid of the green. Okay. And this is the partial lunar eclipse. Just so you know, there's about 4 eclipses per year. So they only happen about 4 times a year, and they happen in pairs. They always happen in pairs. So what happens is you're going to always get the partial lunar eclipse and then the total solar eclipse. They happen within a couple weeks of each other, usually like 2 weeks. Okay. So so the next one is the 21st of August, but let's finish doing all the verifications. So we skipped that. Is it listed in the calendar? Yes, it is now listed in the calendar doc. Is it listed at the percentage moon time doc? Yes, because that's where we got it to begin with. So it's listed in the percentage moon time doc. Percentage moon clock. Okay. Is it live on the Google Calendar? No, it's not live on the Google Calendar. Can't be. The start time. So the start time would be 6 o'clock p.m. 6 p.m. UTC. So I would say this is green. 6 p.m. Yeah, this would be fine. Verified Google Calendar listing? No. Overall verification? No. Okay, so that's as far as we're going to go with that. The next one would be the total solar eclipse. Which is very exciting. It's actually in the United States, so I'm gonna be there in witnessing it in person. The exact start time we have it listed here. It is 21st of August. So do you guys want to do this one?
Yes.
Because I just showed you how to do this one, so why don't you guys do this one? See if we have any problems or questions, and then.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can try that.
Or we can do it like later. I mean, we're definitely over time here, so. I'm not hearing anything. What are you guys doing?
Okay, you say we do later?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. What's going on? Are you guys doing it now, or are we doing it later, or what?
I think we
want
can
to
try
try
it.
now.
Okay, so what are you guys doing? So we're in column 06. 06. What's going on? I'm just hearing silence. What are you guys thinking?
He's still thinking.
What did we just do before? Why would you put the lunar solar? Why would you put the partial lunar eclipse in the total solar eclipse section?
Is it not almost the same? Then I check it for the date.
No, this is a totally separate session. This is the total solar eclipse. It has nothing to do with the lunar solar eclipse.
Okay.
Well, okay.
You can repeat then.
Or why don't you guys start from the beginning? Like, what is the first thing that you would do for any responsibility?
The first way you begin with you verify lunar eclipse.
No.
You check for the date.
No, I'm not talking about lunar eclipses or anything. What is the first thing you do for any responsibility, no matter what responsibility it is? Whether it's value tracking or calendar or finance, what is the first thing you do for any responsibility?
You check if it is linked on the...
If it is linked on a doc maybe it's, for today.
Okay.
Then you verify.
So maybe go to the buddy team?
Yeah, like buddy team we have for today. You can check it there if it is linked.
Okay, and so what are you going to look at?
You
The calendar and schedule.
Look at
the calendar and scheduling doc, right? And you want to go to the calendar and scheduling doc to look at the calendar and scheduling verification spreadsheet. The responsibility information. This is where all the where it has all the information that you need to complete the work. So where do you find the date for the total solar eclipse? There's only 2 places you could find a date for the total solar eclipse. Or maybe 3. There's 3 possible places that you could find a date for the total solar eclipse. Can you guys name a possible place where you could find the start time and day and week and date for the total solar eclipse? There's actually 4 places. If you guys can't find a single time, I mean, you can't even mention a single, are you guys there? Hello? Did you guys disappear? Hello? Lucy? Hello? All right, well, it looks like we're done. This is not working. Hello? All right, my sound is working, so it must be them. Hello? All right, I think we're done.